It's classic book talk time. This book contains prose poetry, so I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from it. My name. In English, my name means hope. In Spanish, it means too many letters. It means sadness. It means waiting. It is like the number 9, a muddy color. It is the Mexican records my father plays on Sunday mornings when he is shaving. Songs like sobbing. It was my great-grandmother's name, and now it is mine. She was a horsewoman too, born like me in the Chinese year of the horse, which is supposed to be bad luck if you're born female. But I think this is a Chinese lie because the Chinese, like the Mexicans, don't like their women strong. My great-grandmother. I would have liked to have known her. A wild horse of a woman. So wild she wouldn't marry, until my great-grandfather threw a sack over her head and carried her off. Just like that, as if she were a fancy chandelier. That's the way he did it. And the story goes she never forgave him. She looked out the window her whole life, the way so many women sit their sadness on an elbow. I wonder if she made the best with what she got, or was she sorry because she couldn't be all the things she wanted to be? Esperanza. I have inherited her name, but I don't want to inherit her place by the window. At school they say my name funny, as if the syllables were made out of tin and hurt the roof of your mouth. But in Spanish, my name is made out of a soft or something, like silver. Not quite as thick as sister's name, Magdalena, which is uglier than mine. Magdalena who, at least, can come home and become Nenny. But I am always Esperanza. I would like to baptize myself under a new name, a name more like the real me, the one nobody sees. Esperanza as Lysandra or Maritza or Zizi the X. Something like Zizi the X will do. All right, so that's one. Okay, and this is another one. 4 skinny trees. They are the only ones who understand me. I am the only one who understands them. 4 skinny trees with skinny necks and pointy elbows like mine. 4 who do not belong here, but are here. 4 raggedy excuses planted by the city. From our room we can hear them, but Nenny just sleeps and doesn't appreciate these things. Their strength is secret. They send ferocious roots beneath the ground. They grow up and they grow down and grab the earth between their hairy toes and bite the sky with violent teeth and never quit their anger. This is how they keep. Let one forget his reason for being. They'd all droop like tulips in a glass, each with their arms around each other. Keep, keep, keep. Trees say when I sleep. They teach. When I am too sad and too skinny to keep keeping, when I am a tiny thing against so many bricks, then it is I look at trees. When there is nothing left to look at on this street. 4 who grew despite concrete. 4 who reach and do not forget to reach. 4 whose only reason is to be and be. And that's 2 excerpts from House on Mango Street. It was originally written back in 1984, so it's way more of a contemporary classic. It is profound, I don't know, for lack of a better way of saying it, but so simple. Like, it doesn't use a lot of very big vocabulary, but the word choice is so, like, it just makes it super, like, special, almost like magical kind of in a way. It just makes you see things in a different way. There's lots of different interpretations of what the house on Mango Street represents. It definitely has a lot to do with identity, and you can see that. Sandra Cisneros is talking, potentially could be talking about her Hispanic culture and like doesn't feel super connected to it. That's one of the theories. There's so much though that's in here that like I think is pretty applicable to anyone as you're growing up, and in the teenage years especially. I feel like you're trying to really figure out who you are, and there's a lot of that kind of theme in here. I will say that there is some potentially a little bit more intense content, so you might want to be aware of that. But it is really beautiful and a very quick read, to be honest. I mean, look how thin it is. And I hope you give it a chance.